Well, folks, we have another great Shuck and Strum coming up this Thursday, and we have gone hyper local, even more local, I think, than we have in the past. From just right down the road, Chris Eakes is going to be performing with us. Chris, how are you?
Great, man. Great. I can't wait. I've heard
It,
so much about it and seen so many pictures and shots online. Excited.
I'm super excited to have you. You are fresh off. Let's just get to right into this. You're fresh off a huge Hoodstock performance on that Friday night. You and your bandmates, Five Guys and a Flute, played, and for every person I've talked to said you guys crushed it. It was an amazing
Oh,
performance. Tell me about it.
it was so much fun. The crowd was electric. Looking out and being able to see a bunch of locals out there just smiling and partying and dancing and feeling free. It was beautiful. And we fed off of that energy and it was a great set. It was a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
So, are you traditionally with a group, or I mean, I see you
No.
also all over the place, and you're kind of a solo guy.
Yep.
But then when I was talking to Peggy about the lineup for Hoodstock, she mentioned you as part of the band.
Yeah. It's kind of a side project for a bunch of I don't know, I don't want to call it all-star musicians, but it's all the best musicians that I know that I was like, who's a great guitar player? And Kevin Heish, or everybody knows him by Pirate Nate, but we formed the band just sitting in my studio going, let's play some Jethro Tull cover tunes. And then it evolved into this amalgamation of Jethro Tull, Ides of March. I mean, just a span of stuff that we didn't think we could do, but here we are doing it. So it's a ton of fun.
Yeah, you won't say it, but I will. It's like a union super group, and it is fascinating to see when players who are so good at their craft and their specific instrument get together and how you can, it takes bands, it takes fresh bands years to be able to feel comfortable, trading off and on the solos or being, in the pocket when you're just feeling that groove right. But when
Mhm.
somebody knows what they're doing, it makes it so much easier for the musician and so much better for the listener.
Oh, absolutely. When all the parts of the machine are working together, it sounds the best. Absolutely. And there's not one leader in the band. That's kind of the weird thing is it all done by vibe. We just kind of we feel where we're going. Somebody will grunt every once in a while and we'll move to another section or something. But for the most part, it's just six guys just all on the same wavelength. And it's so fun to play with them.
I love it. I love it. You see the picture in your background. You have a Buffalo Bills sign. You are a
Go
native New
Bills.
Yorker, right? You're
I
from New
am Buffalo,
York.
New York. Yes, sir.
So tell me a little bit more for those who don't know your backstory, how you got out here.
Sure. We came out for a visit, and on a school break, and honestly, just fell in love with the area. We started in Belfair, and then kind of worked our way down the canal, and made our way into Union, and ran into Steve Madsen and Shannon Crabb, and they introduced me to the whole music scene, and it was just uphill from there. It was great.
I love it.
We planted roots as fast as we could, and just have been loving it since.
Let me get some of the details for the show out before, because we could talk
Sure.
forever here. I think
Absolutely.
Fjord Oyster Bank, it's this
Mhm.
Thursday, the continuation of the Shuck and Strum. We're starting the show right around 6 o'clock. It's there on the stage at the Finch Creek Stage, but then also on the radio and on our YouTube and Facebook. And we've been getting folks. Last week we had folks all across North America and to South America watching. It was an
That's
international
awesome.
affair. It was pretty cool. Reservations are always recommended, just pretty much regardless out there. 877-2102. I'll put the phone number in the show links here. You are also one of the driving factors to the return. Maybe it's not even, maybe it's the inception, but the resurgence of the music program in the Hood Canal schools. Dr. Lance Gibbons and
Yeah.
I were talking about you just
Oh,
the other day at the Hoodstock dinner and how great it is to have you there and teaching music. He shared
yeah.
a story about a youth was kind of shy in the community or shy at the school, and you kind of gave him a guitar and just saw him blossom.
Oh,
What's it like
absolutely.
to be able to pass this on to the young kids?
I keep saying it, and I keep saying it. When you see a kid ring a guitar chord for the first time and hold it down and watch like the light bulb that goes off and that rush that they get, and you're a part of it, it's hard not to get attached and be like, oh, this is a moment, because it is.
Yeah.
And to have that with a bunch of students over and over, it's such an honor to be a part of their program as a guitar instructor. It really is absolutely an honor.
I
And yeah.
yeah. Keep going, keep going.
No, I was just gonna say, and Lance is an absolute gem to work with. I mean, he as well as the principal there they've made so many accommodations because they're so limited on room for what they had. It was, can you do it in this room this day? Can you do it in that room this? And we kept it fluid and flexible, and we're able to keep providing the services thanks to some amazing funding from Hoodstock to be able to do that, and to be able to take care of it. It just the whole experience is just heartwarming all over.
These showcases at the Oyster Bank are a songwriter's showcase. So where do you draw from inspiration when you write?
Personal experience and life history. A lot of my stuff is based in struggle at one point, and then some of the stuff is getting out of that struggle, and then there's some of the stuff that's talking about the benefits from getting out of that struggle. So it's all some piece of me in there somewhere. And that's not something that I was always comfortable with. I've always been a cover musician. I've always literally just done other people's music. And it served me well for many years. And then somebody told me you should try writing your own stuff. And I did. And then I couldn't stop. And it felt great to get that stuff out. So people liked listening to it. And then we decided to make an album.
I think I remember you writing that on Facebook sometime that you were, and it wasn't, yeah, it wasn't that long ago that you're
Yeah.
like, I'm really gonna start dabbling into originals here and seeing how it, and obviously it's worked out well.
It really has. They've been received well enough to where I feel that it putting the time and intention into solidifying them out on iTunes and Spotify and all that stuff is worth taking the time to do. It's been a really good reception so far, so I'm excited.
So we see you too on your Facebook page. I'll put the links to this, facebook.com/Chris Eakes music, Chris Eakes music, that you have a great studio that you record from
Yeah,
and play your songs there. Helps get the word out more. You have been at the Canale, you've been at Mosquito Fleet, you are all over Mason County performing your music, and we are so excited to have you on Thursday.
I can't wait to play.
It is going to be a fun, fun night. And you can again find more about Chris at chriseakesmusic.com. I'll put the links to that in the show notes too, so you can click right to it. And in addition to the Oyster Bank this week, what else do you have coming up? Looks like you're playing in Belfair at the Eagles Lodge. Where else?
Yeah,
What
we
else
got
you
a
got for the rest of the summer?
it's every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, someplace within Mason County or the surrounding area. It seems to be whether it's Mike's Beach Resort or Alderbrook Golf Course or yeah, everywhere in between. It seems. I'm playing a couple shows Saturday, one at the Eagles. I think Friday night we might be out at Brown Shack Tavern in Salcombe, I think is how you pronounce it. We get around. My son and I play a little duo thing where we do a lot of the covers, but since moving more towards an original artist, we've been incorporating a lot of original music in those sets. And it's been kind of what's been giving us that good feedback and motivation to keep going with originals. So
I've been asking everybody local who I've been interviewing about the music here, and everybody kind of gives me, kind of to me at least, kind of the standard answer. But I still don't quite understand why is the Union area so prolific in music? I just don't get how so much talent has
I could sum it up for you.
glommed
Yeah.
on into the right there at the canal.
I could tell you exactly why. It's the audience. The people that are there are so receptive and so thankful for any performances. It's a place that artists want to gravitate towards because we want places that people will sit down and listen and pay attention to what we're telling them and like the story side of it. And I think that's what we get when you come to the Hood Canal. You don't find it anywhere else. I played Texas, New York, and everywhere in between. I don't find the people and the audiences like I do here anywhere else. And I think that's what makes great musicians come here and say, holy cow, these people sit and listen in the hundreds and pay attention to what we do. And it makes people want to be here.
Okay. Oh,
That,
that's
that's
probably
my
the
that's
best
my two
answer. No,
cents.
I mean, I'll take that. That's probably the best answer. And it brings me back to the saltwater festival just a
Yeah.
few weeks back. I mean, Rob there at Robin Hood, he booked just an
All
amazing
stars.
array of musicians, and even the next week, some of them had come back again to
Yeah.
play some more just because of the area.
That's what I'm
So,
saying.
yeah.
It's a place musicians want to play because there's people that'll listen to them.
That's
Absolutely.
a good answer. I'll take that one all day.
Perfect.
Chris,
Sweet.
I cannot wait to see you in person again at
Same.
the Oyster Bank. It's this Thursday. You definitely want to again call and make your reservations for this. It's the Shuck and Strum series continues. We only got two left. Chris this week, and then Tom and Aileen Wilson are the week after, the
Nice.
28th, to wrap things up. He himself, another prolific songwriter. So
Yeah.
we're wrapping this thing up with a couple of great local musicians here. 877-2102 is the Oyster Bank's phone number. Chris Eakes Music on Facebook and chriseakesmusic.com. And you're on all the streamers, Reverb Nation,
Yep. Out there,
Instagram, all
getting it
that
out there. And as
stuff.
soon as the album comes out in October, everything will be out on iTunes and Spotify, and there'll be links on all the socials and stuff.
And this is more for me now, I guess. Where are you recording all this stuff?
Right at home. I've got
Are
a
you?
the 2 room studio here. Everything's getting done here, and um, it's been fun. I got a friend engineer who has been helping me out along the way, and uh, it's been a joy to learn and do it as I've been going along. But yeah, we've got a nice little 2 room studio with a baby grand and a drum set and everything, and
Oh, man.
so it's easy to come out and just kind of flow and create and let it
Yeah.
and not be restricted by like how much dollar per hour you got to spend right now and got to get it all out right now. It's if it hits at 8 o'clock in the morning and I come running out and get a whole song out in 10 minutes before it's gone.
And then the school year is starting up soon.
Yes, sir.
So tell me about how the new change, because they were able to pass their they had two ballot measures this year. Both of them passed in Hood Canal schools,
Yeah.
which is going to allow for like a whole music room, I think. But what's your schedule going to be like there at the school for music?
As far as it continuing on from last year, we had 2 days a week where we did like during I think it's they call it their elective times from 1 to
Okay.
3. We would pull out students for 15 to 20 minute lessons depending on how many there were. I think last semester it was 6 students during the school year, and then we had 10 during the summer school. So it's been growing slowly, but it's and then it's Tuesdays and Thursdays. We pull them out in whatever room they have available until they have a dedicated space to do it. Um, we make it work.
Well, I'm going to talk to Lance, and you and the three of us are going to set up a time for me to come out
Yeah,
and do a feature on you guys to
awesome.
showcase the music coming back into the Hood Canal schools. That was a
Yeah,
it's always nice. It's fun talking with him too, because I mean, he's a musician.
he's a
And
fantastic musician. Don't ever
you
let him
can tell, you
downplay
can
it.
see it
Yeah,
when you talk to him
uh-huh.
too.
No, he's a great singer, great keyboardist, and he's mentally a great musician. It's we had a jam session with his son and my son. All four of us got together here at the studio and just had a ball playing. And yeah, musically, it's fun to be challenged. And he's one of those guys that when he sits in the room, musically, you get challenged real quick, and it's in the best way. So it's super, super, super fun.
Well, I've done it once. I think I'm gonna do it this week or next. I've been sitting in with Randy Baugh and the rehearsals on the drum set. So if you ever
Yeah,
need
nice.
you never need
Oh
a
yeah.
fill in mediocre
Absolutely.
drummer,
No, we'll get you over for a jam session. Absolutely.
I
We
think
got our
that'd be a
full
heck of
drum
a lot of,
sets all set up, mic'd up and everything. So we'll get in there and jam out.
I think
Absolutely.
that'd be awesome. Very
Yeah.
cool. All right, Chris. Well, I'll let you to it, and I'll see you on Thursday at the Oyster Bank for Shuck and Strum.
Sounds great, Jeff. I appreciate it.